Hey sailors, welcome to the crew. I'm Sea Lord Genta, and this is my Let's Play of Rule the Waves 3 as Great Britain. In the last episode, we were at peace for a while, but some damn fool thing in the Balkans has brought us to war with Germany, which has just begun.
And immediately a cruiser. Why are there only 2 German battleships? Did they all just run to the Baltic immediately? That's super cowardly of them. Let's see here. Admiral Onslow exceeds command check, so I may add 1 ship. I guess it'll be an armored cruiser. Add, let's see, add a new Berwick. Any one of them. Cornwall. No, Lancaster. I like how that name sounds better. So we'll have 4 new armored cruisers, Kent, Bedford, Essex, and Lancaster, 2 protected cruisers, Pandora and Thetis, and 5 destroyers. And, well, based on what we just saw, I'm not too worried about what we'll run into unless it's got much superior numbers. And there they are, dead ahead. Well, it's got some numbers. They're not outnumbered, at least. Looks similar strength to my force, honestly. Maybe we're outnumbered. It's hard to say because a lot of that is destroyers, which doesn't worry me too much, because... Whoa, 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 whoa. Thought something would cause that to pause a lot sooner. Okay, yep, let's just get into line and engage. I see what? What, that's not destroyers? I see 4 armored cruisers, 3 protected cruisers. That's not a problem. Especially as, okay, these are the Groudens class, which are actually pretty monstrous armored cruisers. 4 8-inch, 10 6-inch, 5.5-inch belt. I mean, 4 9-inch, 10 6-inch, 4-inch belt. But the difference in penetration is pretty considerable. We can actually only penetrate a 5.5-inch belt from under 2,000 yards, whereas we can penetrate a 4-inch belt from 7,000 yards. So that's pretty big, actually. And these 2 Herthas aren't bad either. So these are, well, they're not great. They wouldn't beat ours, but they've brought some of their more decent armored cruisers, it looks like. And then, but yes, these Dresden class protected cruisers are awful, whereas my Terpsichores here have a lot more firepower and armor, so this should be a pretty winning matchup. Although you guys need to get into line of battle instead of that screen formation, because you are definitely part of the line of battle in this situation. Okay, we're a little close to this destroyer for comfort, eh? Let's just veer away from that. Okay, it sank. Never mind. Well, killed the destroyer. That's 1 out of 96. 95 to go. Okay, so that's a pretty nice armored cruiser line they've got, but with the help of our light cruisers, we should have the advantage. Just gotta keep a close eye on it. I'm seeing the majority of hits go our way. Well, not that round, but overall, oof. Kent just took rudder damage, but they took at least 4 hits for our 4. Including a 9-inch or 2. Hopefully Kent is not gonna... Kent is gonna go in circles. Well, no, but they're breaking off. Don't know why, they just actually landed a very problematic hit for us. Kent is steaming in circles back there. And Essex kind of... the whole armored cruiser line just fell into chaos, really. In fact, if the light cruisers would care to break off... Oof, Pandora, you alright? No, you're on fire a lot. Not great. Is Kent still going in circles? No, she's on her way now. We need to get the whole force regrouped. Did just sink another destroyer, but that doesn't count for too much. Pandora needs to put the fires out. Very quickly, please. Because that's honestly about as likely to kill her as anything else. Oh. The enemy are coming back at us. Kent is very detached. We need her to please reattach. Sure, Mohawk, pick up more survivors. Okay, Pandora has slightly reduced the fire. We're landing hits on this nearest Hertha, so hopefully that will pay off. They've kind of, I mean, we've lost formation really too, but they've lost it more. Kent is back in line actually, so we're in a better formation, an actual line, whereas they're in a bit of a mess at the moment. It's maybe paying off with us landing hits on this nearest Hertha. Pandora? Nope, fire's getting worse again. You should... I'd really feel better if you had put that out. Okay. I don't want to know what you're about to do. Oh, darkness. Oh, boy. That probably means this is not going to be a decisive engagement, but, in fact, if Hertha dies due to the fire, we'll just basically have lost, which is not good, but, not much I can do about it at this point. Darkness full is already like halfway here. I'm just kind of trying to see if we can... Okay, that Hertha is on fire. Exchanging a Hertha for a Pandora would actually be a loss, really, because these Herthas are only 6,800 tons. But, it wouldn't be too terrible since we sank a couple of destroyers as well. Yeah, Pandora is really, really having problems. Whoa. Why are we gaining so fast all of a sudden? That Hertha might be losing speed. Yeah, I'm sure she is. She's only going like 10 knots. Yes, I didn't realize Bedford was having a problem, but alright, full darkness is about to fall, but we've caught this Hertha. Let's make sure of her. Then we can at least come out of this with a draw. I would say she's pretty dead. It would be nice if the destroyers would torpedo her or something, but I don't think she's okay. You know, at least, oh. Okay. I don't think we hit with that torpedo, but I think she's dead anyway, to be honest. Pandora still fighting that fire. Let's go down to cruising speed, maybe that'll help, and let's head back towards Harwich. Or that's, yeah, that is Harwich. And there she goes. Great. Pandora's still on fire? Yep. That's gonna last all-nighter until she sinks, isn't it? I don't even really know how the firefighting works. Like, I assume it's some kind of dice roll, basically, but I don't know if speed or whether she's in action otherwise actually affects the likelihood of her putting the fires out or not. You would think it would, but I don't know if it's really accounted for. She's almost put it out, though, so that's... Okay, she put it out. Just about. That's gonna be a victory, then. I think. Dealt the Germans a bit of a walloping in this first battle of the war. It's not that bad, but I would say we came out on top. Yeah, for sure. I mean, we end up with one armored cruiser and one light cruiser heavily damaged and destroyer heavily damaged, but none of our ships sunk outright. They lose an armored cruiser and two destroyers sunk outright. Pretty equal as far as damage to the rest of the fleets goes. Apparently it was 4 armored cruisers, 2... We only had 2 light cruisers? I thought we had 3 this whole time. I mean, their main numerical advantage was destroyers, which trimmed down a little bit. Let's see here. They had Augsburg and Pillau came out undamaged. Kurst Bismarck here only took 3. A couple of 6-inch hits from Thetis, 1 9-inch hit from Lancaster. No real problem, except her engine self-destructed due to high-speed cruising, but oh well. Dresden, 1 9-inch hit from HMS Bedford. Only landed 1 E2, so she wasn't much engaged. Lancaster here. Bunch of 3-inch hits from secondaries off of their armored cruisers, but landed a lot more hits than that in return, so Lancaster came out well. Thetis, 3 6-inch shells from Hertha and Frankfurt, which one of them took out her conning tower, and one of them took out a turret, so that's not great luck, but she hit Hertha pretty good in the end. I mean, I think Hertha's the one that sank, probably, yeah. Mohawk took 1 6-inch shell from Hertha and actually lived, so well done. Groudins only took few scattering of 6-inch and 4-inch shells from Thetis and Pandora mainly. Essex was hit by 5 6-inch shells off of their armored cruisers. I mean, the armored cruisers mostly. We didn't do much of anything to their big armored cruisers, it looks like. Groudins was barely damaged. Where's the other really big one? Where's the Bismarck? Oh, Frankfurt it must be. Yep, Frankfurt. Frankfurt took 12 6-inch hits and a 9-inch. One of which damaged her fire control, but not enough to really inconvenience her too badly. Essex, I think I talked about Essex. We managed to sink V44 with, what, 2 6-inch shells, 2 3-inch shells, basically, from HMS from a bunch. Bedford, Pandora, and Essex all got hits in. And S32 was hit by 4 6-inch, 4 3-inch, which... These are 300-ton destroyers. They're not gonna survive that kind of punishment. HMS Kent was hit by 7, 6, and 8-inch rounds from mainly Frankfurt, it looks like, or exclusively Frankfurt, even. Hit Frankfurt back some, so didn't do that well. She did not do that well, but because of the rudder hit mostly, which is just luck. HMS Pandora here managed to only took 12 6-inch and 8-inch hits, which is not that bad, but one of them started a fire, one of the very first ones even. The 6-inch to the superstructure from SMS Frankfurt. And that fire, I mean, as you know, she got up to 7 at some point before she finally managed to put it out. So we're lucky Pandora survived, really. I mean, massive structural damage. She'll be in dockyard hands a while. HMS Bedford, for some reason, only 10 8-inch and 6-inch hits, but she actually had this last one, especially that forced Bismarck, I guess, left her an 8-inch shell that disabled her machinery, and that caused flooding problems for sure. Still, that's a lot of flotation damage for not that many hits taken. But the most important kill is Hertha here, only a 6,800 ton cruiser, but it's a win to start the war off. Obviously, we plastered her with 6-inch and 9-inch and 3-inch and 2-inch, and apparently 2 torpedoes from the destroyers did hit her, and yeah, she died. I don't even know at what point ship sinking is, again, like a third of the way through. So that's a win. Not a huge crushing win, but 1 armored cruiser, 2 destroyers down. Diving planes for submarine reliability. Enemy fleets around Zanzibar and Djibouti. We will respond to those. We're losing a bunch of money, which probably means we need to pause a couple of these battleships. They probably wouldn't be done in time for the end of the war anyway. Apparently Germany has more force in the region than I do, because of their destroyer fleet, I guess. They also have more light cruisers by a good margin, because mine have to be scattered around the world a lot more. Okay, they do have a lot of ships out in the Indian Ocean. And so how do they have so many? They have 26 armored cruisers here. They only have 32 total. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess 1, 3. I don't even know where the other 2 are. We're gonna need to spare. Let's see here. We're gonna need to spare some kind of task force for Africa. And I mean, I think we can afford it. Probably not of modern light cruisers, because we just don't have enough with the fleet at the moment. Though that does account for the Terpsichores being under repair. But we're gonna send, like, I don't know, 2 Berwick and 2 Drake class armored cruisers. You know what, send some of the newer Drakes that I can make sure, well, just send some of the ones that are definitely making 21 knots, and we're going to send them down to the Indian Ocean forthwith, and they are going to hunt down this German task force that's out there. Make sure they can't spend the whole war terrorizing our trade with impunity. I don't really want to raid their coastal shipping. This always goes. Well, coastal shipping. Yeah. Oh boy, Admiral Onslow fails command check. Okay, well, I'll accept, but because I don't want to fall way behind on VP already, but nonetheless, could get ugly. Let's see, we got 4 armored cruisers of the Drake class, all of them it looks like, yep. And This is the 2nd Armored Cruiser Division, and then we've got... Oh, I should check the divisions, yeah. The 2nd Light Cruiser Division with 2 Cordelia and 3 Cordelia class. Where's the other one? Indefatigable. Cordelia. Where's Leander? Oh, there she is. Yeah. Well, those are our newest light cruisers with 14 6-inch, 12 4-inch, so they're not bad. Okay. Where's the bombardment target? Is it... It's not... It's not on Helgeland. Okay. Well, we're just gonna cruise towards the German coast and pretend we know where it is. I mean, we'll just head for Helgeland if all else fails. Oh, ship. That's going to be a freighter or a patrol ship or something, but we will certainly go sink it. And it's a corvette of some kind. You know, maybe if I chase it without bothering to accelerate, it'll have a radio and be able to call the German fleet in for a fight. Which is actually a good thing in my opinion. Oh, sure enough. That looks like a German fleet. It's honestly kind of rare to actually find the enemy during these, coastal bombardment missions. But there they are. That is definitely a fleet. Doesn't seem like they're coming towards us, but that's a fleet, alright. Yep, I see. Let's see here. Alright, slow it down, slow it down. Oh my god, it's about to be dark already. I see, well, I see 1 Groudens, I see 2 Kohlbergs, which are not as strong, but are still pretty decent. And I see a couple of Dresdens plus assorted destroyers. The problem is going to be it's about to be full dark. That said, the battle timer is over 1,000, so... Oops, we're still in fast mode. That explains part of it. Whoa, 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 whoa! Okay. We've closed the range to these 2 Dresdens to, 700 yards currently. Which, you know what, is alright, because they have 8 5-inch and 8 3-inch guns, and we have 14 6-inch and 12 4-inch. Our secondary battery alone is sufficient to deal with them. Oh, and we've rammed one. Didn't really intend that. How you doing, Indefatigable? Pretty okay. Apparently a little ramming is not a big problem so far as flotation goes. And she just hit with literally every single gun on her with 1 salvo. So I would say that Dresden is in a bit of trouble. Son of a bitch. What if there was a torpedo hit? Might have been. Probably was. Okay, well. This is probably why you keep the range a little more open. That was an expensive brand new light cruiser, too. I mean, that Dresden is for sure dead, but it's not worth the Cordelia. Probably takes at least 2 Dresdens to be worth the Cordelia. Very nasty torpedo hit, I think, is what did that. Well, there's their main battle line. Is Indefatigable? I mean, she's fine. She's just got to build up speed again because she lost it all. Oh, full dark. Hopefully Indefatigable doesn't get too lost. I would actually be slightly happy to renew the engagement. I think we have an advantage, but it's going to be hard to achieve in the dark like this. Oh, found him. And apparently got a critical hit on that destroyer because it just stopped dead in its tracks. I think these are destroyers instead of cruisers, so we gotta do a bit of an emergency turn to starboard. And apparently Leviathan was just hit by a torpedo. Son of a bitch. At least she didn't explode, but this is probably why I shouldn't have tried to renew the engagement in the dark, huh? What happened to the pop-ups for torpedoes? Might have been a settings thing that got changed with the update. Well, okay. If we're gonna have any chance of her surviving, we need to leave. We need to not go fast anymore. Which means this battle is pretty much just a loss unless we achieved a much bigger success than I know about. But, oh well. It's Germany, not Italy. It's gonna be a brawling match. I mean, this is a heavyweight kind of affair, not dealing with minnows here. And I screwed that up for sure by leaving it on auto run until we got way too close. Now, it's not, well, it's bad even if we don't lose Leviathan, but if we could get back home with Leviathan alive, it's not too bad. But I'm not sure if we are. She's not in great shape. And it's still another 180 nautical miles. I'm pretty sure time is gonna elapse well before we get there. So as long as she stays afloat another 3 hours, we'll be alright. Hopefully. Well, sometimes it simulate damages your ships to death on their way home, even after the battle ends, though. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen that happen, so... Yeah. Okay, well, we get away with it. Germany definitely won. I mean, okay, light damage, or various damages to destroyers aside, we managed to... Let's see, Pilau, a couple of hits. Leander, couple of hits. Frankfurt, 1 hit from a 6-inch gun. G11 was sunk by 2 6-inch shells from HMS Leviathan, which instantaneously destroyed her. Indefatigable actually got shot up pretty hard here, although only by... Oh, right. I would guess it's mostly the ramming that actually caused the flotation damage for her. But she came through alright. Your Yalis, I mean, honestly, Well, the torpedo was bad, but she got it under control. She wasn't sinking by the end. Wait, your Yalis also got hit by a torpedo? When? Oh, good grief. Well, Leviathan and Euryalus apparently both got hit by torpedoes, which would partially explain why Germany's margin is so big. Aside from G11, they lose Dresden herself, sunk by ramming. um, I don't even know. Wow, the ram, she'd taken a lot of damage before. There we are. Rammed. Detached due to heavy damage. She was technically afloat for, Okay, the extra horrifying thing is this whole section of the log from here to this ship sinking entry here is 1 minute. This was the last action of 1851. She was sinking 1852. She was hit by what? Probably about 20 6-inch rounds in the minute 1852. Ouch. Unfortunately, yeah, I'm pretty sure Cordelia, yeah. One torpedo hit from really, not even from. I assumed all those torpedoes were from Dresden, from a different light cruiser, and she just instantly blows up and is gone. So, yeah. I mean, it's a light cruiser for a light cruiser and a destroyer, but ours was obviously a much larger, more expensive light cruiser, so that hurts. Preheater, weight saving on machinery, struggling with 700-ton destroyers. Well, alright. Apparently, they now have more of everything in the North Sea than we do. Well, I'm still fairly confident of winning the war in the long run, but obviously that one did hurt a little bit. We're gonna have to pause another battleship as well due to expenses, and now let's make sure everybody's got a division, huh? Can you squeeze into the its battle division? Nope. Alright, I'll figure it out next time, because I'm gonna go ahead and end it there for now. Next time, continued war with Germany, and this, I'll try my best to keep it going as long as possible, and maybe actually take some colonies, although invading them is hard, because our invasion range is still really low, but, cost them enough VP to take some in the peace. Maybe get rid of this squadron, if we can. Hopefully it doesn't end up in a, Coronel type situation. But anyway, for now, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you all have a nice day. This is Sea Lord Janda, signing off.